Hey gang, just want to take a second to go over the new property information sheet that is the Google form. First things first, if you don't have it saved in your favorites list, then you should. Super easy access. Just go to your favorites, click it, and it will open it up. This is what you see. So the first thing we're going to want to do is tell Jolene, when do we want this property uploaded by? As a courtesy to her, especially right now during the busy season, we really need to be giving her 5 business days to finish those listings at a minimum, if possible. We know there's going to be times where you don't have that amount of time, but try to give her 5 days if you can. And especially given since there's a holiday in here, we would probably want to bump that one to the 7th. So we're going to go in here and just start filling this out with the agent's name. It's important that you include your name in there, even though it says it's required. Don't just put NA or, something. Put your full name in there because the girls on the back end need to see that so they know who it belongs to. On the owner's name, phone number, and email, this is important that you include all this information because they have to add that person to Brivity for you most of the time, and they need that information to set up a complete profile for them. So we're just going to include name, phone number, and email, preferred contact method, whether that's phone, email, or text. If there's an other where they want you to call someone else, then definitely include that information in there. Make sure that you're completing your MLS before you complete your property information sheet so that when Jolene gets this property information sheet, it's complete, ready, and it's not delaying her launching your property at all. So we're going to put that in there. Include your list price, latitude and longitude. You're going to pull that from your map, right? If you guys don't know how to drop a quick marker on there and get that, you're going to go into map, right? Click marker and just drop that within the property somewhere. And then double click that marker. Click these arrows right here, and it just gives you a quick latitude that you can copy and a longitude that you can copy. And this is what helps make sure your maps are correct on MLS, on Zillow, all the sites that it feeds to. It's super important that you include that latitude and longitude. Your dot loop name, you want to just copy and paste however you have that property listed in dot loop. So if it's 3 Highway 51B, and then the person's last name, then put that exactly how it is so it's easy for her to find when they go to Dotloop to set up that file for you. Is there a key box? Yes or no? We've tried to make this super easy where all you have to do is click these buttons. So please make sure you're doing everything. Whatever your showing instructions are on MLS, that just copy and paste those for this. So during daylight hours, call Trish to schedule an appointment and leave that phone number, whatever that information is that needs to go right there. Is it occupied? Yes or no? Is this a referral? The list date. When was the listing agreement signed? Did you get it signed yesterday? Was it last Wednesday? When was that signed? And what's the expiration date on that listing agreement? You want to make sure those things are accurate because Jolene is using this information to create those listings for you. Is a flood notice required? Yes or no? Where did you get this lead? Is it your SOI or did the team provide it to you? Did Thomas call you and say, hey, do you want to go show this property? If so, then you would click the team as your lead. Otherwise, it's going to be your SOI. How did the seller hear about us? A friend, Facebook, the barbershop, whatever it might be, that's what you're going to put in right there. Do you have your docs in MLS? Yes or no? What's the water source? Is it rural water? Is it city water? Utilities, if you know that information, you can say it's PSO or Lake Region. This is where you're going to want to put that information in. right there. Let them know who the Wi-Fi is if you have that information, because Jolene is taking that and creating a starred note. So once your property goes under contract, we can quickly provide that information to the buyer. Your MapRight embed link, I did a short video on that. It's also available to you that shows you how to paste that in there, but you go to your MapRight, go to share, and then embed map, and you're just going to copy that right there. It's copied to your clipboard, and you're going to jump right over here and just paste that in. Do you have your photos and your maps in OneDrive? It's super important that you do that, because that's where she pulls the information from when she's creating that listing. For it to feed correctly, she needs to have access to the correct information. So you guys make sure you're putting your photos and your maps in there in their own folder so that it's clean in OneDrive. What Facebook groups do you want her to put this on? It's for sale, I sell trade, whatever you want it on. Like, I know Eric had one recently and he used the rock crawling Facebook group right here, and that's actually what sold the property. So get creative. Let her know how you want her to market your property and put it right there. Do you want that? Do you want that ad boosted? If so, how long and how much money do you want to spend? So $15 for 15 days. What areas do you want it boosted? If you want it boosted in Colorado because you know it's probably going to be a cannabis buyer, or California, either one of those two areas, that's where you're going to put that right here. Does the property need to be marketed through ROI? You want to market your properties on as many places as you can. And then if you want a flyer so that you're going to use it for a future event like the Hunting and Fishing Expo, then you're going to tell her, yes, you want a flyer. And you can always come back in and grab those flyers later and have them printed. Is there anything else that you want the girls on the back end to know about your property? If so, this is where you're going to put it. Lacey is super awesome. Just put something like that right there. And then once you're done, you're going to click submit, and it's going to give you a confirmation for your submission. And that will go straight to Jolene on the back end. She'll get an email, and then she'll let you know that she's working on that listing for you. If you guys have any questions about listings, make sure you're reaching out to Jolene about those, and she'll be more than happy to help. Have a great day.